What's up guys, Zach Perner here. So last video I made, I gave you guys like a cutting fat loss hacks video basically, and I said let me know if you want me to make one for bulking. And there was a lot of comments, so this is what we're doing today. Now today's video is more cooking oriented as well, and there's gonna be like mainly 5 tips that I'm gonna give you, mainly like some recipes, some just normal tips that really help you get the calories in. So this is mainly for people who really struggle to get like meals that taste good, that are really high in calories as well. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now, before we start this video, guys, I need you to just like the video, please. Give it a like.
Just give it a like.
How do you find the new green monsters? Do you like them?
It's really good.
Have you liked it? Thanks. Okay, I think they're good. So let's get into tip number 1. So guys, tip number 1 is coconut oil. So literally, the entire jar, just eat it. Eat it before you train. No, coconut oil is great. It's a great source of energy, but it is just pure calories. So there's like 9 calories per gram of fat, and that's all this is. So you can add this to anything sweet, anything savory. It's a godsend, so stock up. So guys, tip number 2 is carbs around training. Now I mentioned this in my previous video on fat loss, but this is where we really need to optimize it. So what I would suggest is get a good quality carbohydrate during your workout. So I don't know if I've got any now. I'll see if I've got any. One sec. Look at this, Abe. Yeah, okay. We've got some
more than enough.
We've got some supplements in here.
Is that like one tub for bear?
She gets one of each. Okay, we don't have it. So what I would suggest, guys, is if you want brands, I would go with if you want the best quality carbohydrate, I'd go with a cluster dextrin. Any brand will be okay, simply because it is really like easy on the digestive system, so it's not gonna bloat you guys. But if you want something really cheap, just go with a maltodextrin. So that is just a cheap carb. You can probably get a whole bag for like 30 bucks or something, so that'll be fine. And have it around your workout. So maybe start with like 30 grams pre-workout, have maybe 50 grams during, another 30 or 50 post, and you can slowly increase it from there, and that's an easy way of getting carbs in. So that's my main tip. I think if you're building muscle, then you really need to use intra-workout carbs. Okay guys, so this is tip number 3, and this is how to make pasta taste sick. So I made this on my story the other day, and I said, let me know if you guys want the recipe for it, and there were so many people. So what we're gonna do today, it's basically like a pasta bake. You can make a lower fat version, or you can make a higher fat version. I think today we're gonna make a higher fat version, just to see how many calories we can get in this thing. And it tastes insane. So what we're gonna do is pan on, and we basically wanna cook down cream with olive oil and bacon as well. And then what we're gonna do is combine it with the pasta, chicken, which I was lazy, so I just bought the roast chicken because I couldn't be bothered cooking one. And we got some macaroni too, basically macaroni, because it's nicer, I feel. So let's chop this bacon. Do you reckon we need gloves to chop bacon? Better safe than sorry, I think. There's one thing, guys, that is absolutely essential with your cooking when it comes to chopping bacon, and it's a monster. You always need a monster on hand when you're cooking with either with gas or with bacon or with anything. In fact, when you're doing anything, you just need a monster. Isn't that right, Happy? Yeah.
Like the white one, green one.
I actually like the white one better, but we're having green today because we got a whole fridge full. Now guys, olive oil to cook the bacon in. Yeah, it's already started. There's the camel spitter. Jeez. All right, let's let that cook. So, we're gonna get this water on, so it's boiled. Once it's boiled, pasta goes in, and then that will be about 8 minutes. So also a bit of salt. Now salt in the water for flavor. So garlic, this is just me being lazy.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Just a tad, it's about 7,000 whole garlic. A little bit more. We're actually piling them in oil today. Bulking, bro.
You must be rich.
We're bulking. I live on an oil mine. Couple mushies. Just a little bit of salt. And by a little bit, I mean an absolute This meal is essentially just salt. Salt with a bit of cream, that's what we're doing. Now guys, my next tip is to do with making oats. So a lot of people when they have, like oats is a staple in their diet, and they'll make porridge like a normal person, and it just fills you up. It's so much volume and there's not many calories in there. So what I've done is made a granola. So this is using 100 grams of oats, and literally all I did was added about 40 grams of coconut oil to it and baked it with honey, and that already doubled its calories. So it was about 360 calories in the oats, and then added another 360 from coconut oil, and you wouldn't even know it. So in fact, the weight actually reduces a little bit because it dries out. So what you can do is have some mixed berries, oats, and it's basically like a granola. So actually there's some psychopaths out there that literally eat this as is, like with the berries and that, dry, but it's like glass. So what we're gonna do is add yogurt like a normal person. And then that way it actually increases the calories too. So this is, if you guys haven't had this as well, that's the best. You need to get that, that's heaven. This is how we measure yogurt, just tip it. Now that right there, I reckon would be about 1,000 calories. Oh, that smells so good. So it's thickening up a bit, and you know when it's cooked because it starts to change color a little bit. Now guys, that's hot. My last tip is to do with making rice. So this is how to make rice taste good. Now, literally with, like any time I had rice, this is what I'd do to it. Either put a tin of coconut milk in with this, or coconut cream to make like a coconut rice. Amazing. Or do it like an Asian style with eggs. That's my favorite, so that's what we're doing now. And if you guys have followed me on YouTube for a little bit, you would have seen this because I've done it in nearly every recipe ever. So, one, that's probably a few serves of rice there, so we'll go a few eggs. Now all we do is just whisk it up in there. The rice is really hot, so that's basically cooking through the egg. And then, Bear, can you get me the soy sauce? The soy. Yeah, the one with the green lid. Don't look at him, get it. Oh, she's useless. Why do I have this dog? This is what I wanted. See? Low sodium. You got the other one last time. Just a splash of this. Now, not only are we adding calories from the eggs, but we're making it taste so much better and less dry too. Can you shut up? Here's where it comes to my favorite sauces. Holy, that's the biggest mayonnaise I've ever seen. So what we're doing is Kewpie mayo, Japanese mayo, and this is a very weird one. This is, I think it's actually eel sauce. It's unagi sauce, it's got eel in it. This is the best. Now guys, if you want specifics, go to any Japanese store and look for unagi sauce or Kewpie mayo. But if you guys want specifics in Melbourne, go to Chadstone, and this is really the Asian store. As you walk in, it's got it all best. And again, adding so many more calories just from this and making it taste better. So that's exactly what we want. Done. Whole thing of rice, so easy to get down and tastes delicious. Sit. That's probably a bit hot. Okay, that sauce is done. I say we put the chicken in. We want about 200 grams of cooked chicken. Perfect, so 200 grams, and I'm just gonna pull it off the bone, like we do workouts. Do you think this chicken looks lean?
Yeah, 5%. Looks
shredded. See, this entire meal has so much protein because you're getting it from the bacon, chicken, the cheese. It's actually insane. So the macros in this is just like a lot of everything. It's a lot of carbs, a lot of fat, a lot of protein. Now, pasta is good to go in. So we want about, I'm gonna say 120 grams of this, because I'm only making one serve today, so. Hey Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. Fucking disobedient robot. Hey Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 8 minutes. I probably just got everyone's timers gone off in the video, except mine. Because my Siri is absolutely brain damaged. I'm gonna set a timer myself. There we go. One little secret ingredient, / not secret, truffle zest, if you want to get super fancy with it. Because I just love truffle, it goes good on anything, except maybe oats. But we wouldn't, and if you can't find this, you've just got like truffle infused oil. Like that's basically olive oil that's got truffle infusion in it. So it tastes like it, but it's not expensive. And the pasta is done now as well, basically. It smells so good. I would happily die in the giant pool of this. This is the way to go, I swear. All right, so then all we do now, transfer. Now, it honestly depends on the appetite of you guys and the portion sizes, but to me, that's easy one meal. If I'm having like 3 meals a day, I'd do that in one meal, or I'd split it up in 2. But either way, that's kind of one portion that I'd get down in a day. But adjust it to you guys. I mean, if you can't eat that much, fair enough. You're not a pig like me. And to top it off, we've got some perfect baked cheese. I would use Parmesan as well, but we don't have any, so unfortunately not. Do you reckon that's enough? It's never enough. Still not enough. That looks about good. No. There we go. So much. And guys, if you want to make this lower in fat for whatever reason, probably choose a different recipe altogether, but you can get low fat cheese if you want like high protein. So now we just put this straight in the oven and basically just until it melts. It's already cooked. No, we wait. So guys, it is ready. Oh, look at that. Hey, check it.
Smells good.
Oh. Hot, man. Oh. Okay, there we go. Don't touch that, whatever you do. That looks good. Let's get my spoon. Let's see what we're dealing with. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. That smells good. So that is an obscene amount of calories. So whether this takes you 1 or 2 meals to get down doesn't really matter. There's a lot. That's 2 meals worth of food right there. So enjoy, guys. Let me know. Make it and let me know how you find it, because this is a godsend. So guys, that is it for today's video. In a nutshell, to wrap up, we've got 1, use coconut oil, add it to anything, shakes, pre-workout shakes, anything. Cook with it, add it to oats. Number 2, intra-workout carbs, pre, during, and post, add them to your shakes, whatever you like. They're the best. It's just adding calories for nothing. Number 3, utilize high fats. So we've got the pasta bake that is just phenomenal. Go hard on that. Number 4, make your oats taste good. So we've got a roasted oats as a granola, amazing. Adding more calories and making it easier to get down. And number 5, make your rice taste good. So we've got adding eggs and those Japanese sauces that I like. Basically, this all comes down to getting as many calories as you possibly can. Bear, all right, fine, get up here. This basically comes down to getting as many calories as you possibly can whilst making it easy to get down. Because you want the food to taste nice, but you also want it to be easy to get down. So, so choose foods that you enjoy as well. And make sure, guys, you like this video. I already told you in the beginning, but here's your chance again. And subscribe to the channel. And you definitely know what to do. Stay massive. You want some?
All these sexy jeans in my section and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.